Hello everyone, this is Charles of VictoriaFrontier. Today we're going to be talking about the Halloween banner. We're going to talk about the Halloween Super Creek, Right Shower, Zenno Boy Speed SSR, Tamamo Cross Power SSR, as well as the very strong and significant meta-defining Mihono Bourbon WIT SSR free support card. We are actually going to start on the WIT SSR free support card because this card truly changes the frontrunner game. This support card is really strong, not because of its stats, but because of the skills that it gives. Not only does it give frontrunner straightaways, frontrunner corners, and early lead hint, which post November 11th update has now been buffed and is a strong frontrunner early game acceleration, just like groundwork. It also gives the gold skill of early lead, which is taking the lead, for free at the third event. This is a very big deal. This support card giving taking the lead means that this support card will go into every single frontrunner deck of any frontrunner that's going to be built from now on, until we are going to meet like more accelerations in the future, maybe gold groundwork with Mihono Bourbon is going to come, then this card might get replaced. However, this card is going to stay for pretty much any frontrunner, aside from Mihono Bourbon herself, to get solely for taking the lead. Because the early game acceleration for frontrunner with this card can now go from 0.4 at most with early lead plus groundwork to 0.6 with taking the lead and also groundwork. And this is a support card that does not require gambling, like the stupid Twin Turbo SSR support card that I'm sure a lot of you guys watching right now have suffered through. This is an actual real support card, and we don't have to gamble anymore. Yippee! A single click on WIT is going to be only 16 compared to, say, an MLB Fuku giving you 20 WIT. Yes, this support card trades away WIT stats on frontrunners in exchange for a very strong taking the lead skill. Then again, WIT stat does have a tiny bit of diminishing value, and so you don't really want that high, or you don't really benefit that much of extremely high WIT. So now with frontrunners, if you are like free to play or budget player, you can now bring these two cards at the same time and have a decently functional, strong performance. And if you have like a more whaley account, you can bring Fine Motion alongside Mihono Bourbon WIT to push your WIT. Before I move on to another support card, I'm going to talk about this tiny bit of speed bonus. This speed bonus is actually quite significant for characters that does not have a speed bonus inbuilt. This is quite significant and will result in more runs maxing speed for frontrunner. Again, for any frontrunner player now, you will want this card at MLB, and you will want to complete the entire mission for this free card, because this is a very significant card in any account actually. This might be free, but this is super strong. Please get it and finish the event. If you're not planning on playing fronts, this is still worth it to grind for, because you can, to a certain extent, just rely on this 0.4 and not get groundwork to a certain extent. You're still going to be weaker than groundwork fronts, but now that groundwork is easier to get, I think most players will want to grind for max on this support card. Good luck. Moving on to Super Creek Halloween. This is actually a very interesting character. By interesting, I don't mean it in a good way. We're ignoring her stat bonuses first and looking at her aptitude. We all know that Super Creek is good to run on long, right? She has her two big swinging maestros on her kit. She has pure heart and she has swinging maestro. She has a lot of recovery skills on her OG. But this time around on her alt, she's actually going to get a sprint acceleration for her unique. Yes, you heard that right. This is a sprint acceleration, not a medium, not a long acceleration. This thing does not work on long and medium. This is just a raw speed at long and medium. However, for sprint and sometimes mile, this is an inheritable 0.1 excel, just like El Conapasa's Prancha. Yes, and yes, this character has sprint G. Don't ask me why Cygames decided to give Super Creek Alt a Sprint G Uma a Sprint inherited unique skill. It doesn't make sense, but it is how it is. So Give Mommy a Hug is going to be a unique skill that quote-unquote increases ability to break out of the pack when well positioned and close to the runner ahead on the final straight. This skill shows the condition of is last straight, is first to fourth place, and then at the same time you have to have somebody in front of you. Therefore, in reality, this is a second place to fourth place unique because you rely on somebody in front of you to trigger the overtake. So you have to have somebody at least like one length in front of you, therefore to trigger this unique, therefore it's like 2 to 4. Because it's a last straight skill and not a just any straight skill, it's actually going to only proc well. For example, Takamatsu no Miyakinen CM9, this is actually going to proc right on top of the Excel Zone, right here. This unique skill is very much just a sprint unique skill. That's the main takeaway. This is a sprint unique skill, and the rest of her kit, to be honest, I don't think really matters that much because this unique skill is like so difficult. You can kind of play with it because it's a speed skill as like an Oshi if you really want to. You can pitch the corners, there's curvature. He's like, she got those curves, right? You know, medium straightaways is a real skill. Like this character, this Uma, is just designed to be a sprint parent. And you kind of can't even inherit sprint aptitude. And thankfully you can still inherit turf aptitude from this. I think turf aptitude or pace aptitude is going to be good. But yeah, like Mystifying Murmur is not really a real skill. Its proc rate is extremely hard. You have to run late surger or something to even have a chance to get blocked. Pace Chaser Mystifying Murmur is not a real thing. And yeah, this character is kind of like just in a weird position all the time. If you want to run her Oshi, go ahead. If you want to pull for Give Mommy a Hug, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. This is very much an Oshi pull, but I don't think there's that much else to talk about with her in terms of like performance because she is very much just a sprint inherit parent. Moving on to Right Shower. She has a stat bonus of 15% power and 15% stamina, which is significantly stronger than what she had with her OG form, which is 10% stamina and 20% guts. Her aptitudes are unchanged, and she has the unique skill. This unique skill, during the mid-race, if you're in the first half of the pack but aren't in the lead, so 2nd to 5th place, this is not true. This is simply not true, because this is updated in 2nd anniversary patch. Anyways, before the 2nd anniversary change, we still do not have the speed bonus, alright? We do not get extra target speed on this unique skill. Therefore, this unique skill will have the effect of a normal gold recovery as well as stamina drain of 0.005 on all Umas ahead of you. I mean, with the limited targets in front of you, for example, front runners like Mihono Bourbon or something, this unique skill actually doesn't do much. Had it on top of the fact that this stamina drain is only 0.005. 0.005 is basically 1/3 of a white recovery skill. Yes, by white recovery skill, I'm talking like one normal white recovery skill. Corner recovery is a white recovery skill. So this skill kind of sucks. This unique skill does not do much right now, and I don't think the extra 0.5% stamina drain is going to affect literally anything in the long run, because people will have extra stamina and extra guts, just a tiny bit. That 0.5% is not going to be worth much. As for the rest of her kit, she does have innate long straightaways, which is pretty strong. But for the other parts of it, calm and collected is calm and collected. approaching mid-race, I believe this skill has been slightly buffed to proc at a position where it's absolutely, like, it's not absolutely trolling. So now this skill is kind of more consistent, I think, for the early game for Pace Chasers. This is 2 gold recovery already, assuming that there's a front runner. For example, for Rice players, you have Behind a Bourbon, right? Bourbon Rice, you put Bourbon in the front, you have Rice Shower proc a unique skill, you have Calm Collected, and you will proc 2 gold recovery skill on the long race. But I think Swinging Maestro is still going to be cheaper and more beneficial for you. Anyways, you already have 2 gold, you're kind of trolling if you buy more than 2 gold recovery skill, and this is one, this is the second one, keep that in mind. For hesitant frontrunners, I mean, at this point, just say that Rice Shower is here to gao and eat up Mihona Bourbon. You know, all the Mihona Bourbon Rice Shower fans out there, shout out to them. Yeah, this character just exists to eat up Mihona Bourbon, that's it. Tantalizing Trick is also a troll skill. Trick Front or Tantalizing Trick, like if your opponents rush, you make them rush drain harder or whatever. This gold skill is not real. This character is not really real. You can stat whale on this character very much because you have 50% power. But otherwise, I don't think there's a single redeemable factor on this character. Like, it's just in a Biwa Hahide or something. This is like a Super Creek, actually. This is a more stat whaley Super Creek, which you can get like more efficient stats. But that's about it. This character works well with Super Creek, Stamina card, and also a bunch of speed cards. You can easily push stamina and power up alongside speed. And I guess it's comfortable to play. That's it. It's not really such a good character, to be honest. I don't really want to stall that much for this character. I need to talk about Zenno and Tamamo Cross. But yeah, this character is pull if Oshi. Like, I don't know how many different iterations of mid I can say. This is just mid. To be honest, I think like OG Rice Shower more now, because even though the stats are a little bit harder to hit, Guts is less of a fake stat now, as well as Blue Rose Closer being a stronger unique skill now. Even though it's like 0.35, at the very least, it's a speed skill. And you only have to overtake once past the final corner. So I think OG Rice Shower is still going to be a better play for Rice Shower players. And you should be running OG Rice Shower if you're running on Kikasho on the CM6 Kikasho CM, because she innately has Highlander, whereas the new Rice Shower does not. This character is simply stronger than Rice Shower alt. Pull if Oshi, she's quite cute. That's going to be the idea for Rice Shower Halloween. On to Zenno Speed SSR. If you ask me, I would tell you that this card is just a wait for Kirasan Black rerun angle. If you really lack speed support cards, hold and wait for Kirasan Black rerun. It's simply more worth it. But I'll still be talking about this speed support card. This speed support card has one special trait to it, and that is it gives right-handed or left-handed of your choice. On her first event, she's going to give 15 skill points. On her second event, she's actually going to give a top option. You're going to get right-handed. On mid option, you're going to get left-handed. There is a certain value to this, being able to get left-handed for free at any time. Right-handed is pretty much free for everybody because there's Machigane Fukiteru in this current scenario, and this wit card is like a very staple wit card. She's very strong as an SR, and it also has scenario link. So being able to always guarantee right-handed on Fuku is already a thing. You're not really getting much from right-handed. You're really mainly going for left-handed, which in the future is actually going to get like Major Ardan. Wait, we already have Major Ardan wit card. Yeah, we have Major Ardan wit card, which can also gain left-handed. This unlocks hint level at actually level 25 already. This wit card has a 40% hint frequency on level 2 plus 1 hint. Level 3 hint left-handed is possible to gain from this support card if you use it to farm sparks. I think people might over-evaluate the right-handed, left-handed on this support card. Because, to be honest, that's all people talk about in this card. And now that you also get straight away adept, prudent positioning, nimble nav, it kind of might be real because the training effectiveness, to be honest, is not as bad as well. What I'm trying to say is it's not that bad of a pull as you think it is, but at the same time, I cannot go out there and say that Zenno speed card is a good pull. If you have the luxury to do so, you can go for it, but only if you are very, very comfortable with your income. This support card is not strong and not that worth it. It does have a decent training effect, but its roaming effect is kinda ass, as you can see. And Kira-san Black or other speed support cards outperform her. For late surger player, you might want to borrow this support card on Tenno Sho Autumn CM7, but that's about it. That's really about it. This support card, this entire banner, except like aside from Mihono Bourbon Wit, is kind of mid. And I'm not actually going to waste your time more because there's going to be this Tamamo power card, which I'm going to just immediately rank as G tier because this card. Don't get me started. Just don't use power cards, please. Currently, I won't even use Right Shower Power. This support card is not real. How do I evaluate power cards, right? This has no hints on a support card that gives a lot of valuable hints. For example, 1.5 mil CC, medium corners. This has no hint bonus. This gives 15 mil CC. Wow, Zam. This skill, 2.4 seconds, 0.35. This is quite strong, but I wonder where you're going to use it in. This is not worth a power slot sacrifice. There are enough stat monsters in the power card department. There's a bunch of stat monsters. There is Edu, there is Right Shower arguably, there is Vodka, there is this, there is like even the Mabe-chan free card in the future, or like actually no, there is this support card which people love to talk about. She gets diffed by a ton. She might have a tiny bit more stamina bonus, but like she gets diffed by a ton. She's not strong. Right Shower no diffs her. Other cards like just are equal or even superior to them. It's not strong. Please, just Tamamo power, not worth it to waste your time. Just move on from it. It's not a real card. I hate power cards. I'm the biggest power card hater in the entire server. I will always think them to be weak, except for Eruko no Pasa power and maybe this Right Shower power card. But even then, you're not running Tamamo Cross power. Let's wait 2 more years for Tamamo Cross new SSR to come out. This other power card is not that much of a fraud. And this one is better. If you want Tamamo power, pull this one on JP, don't pull this one on global. Alright, that's it. The OG stamina card is going to be better. Yeah, if you want the hints from her, go get this OG card. This OG card actually gives you hints. That's it. That's all. That's going to be all for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a short one, I know, but yeah. I'll see you guys on stream. I stream live on twitch.tv/VictoriaFrontier, or I stream on the YouTube. I stream my CM runs. I stream CM prep. I stream like strategy stuff. Yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank y'all for watching.